Okay, so in this video we want to figure out how we can access information about the highest bid, if there is a highest bid, right, if that field is not null. So let me go back to what you had here. The get highest bid. So I think I mentioned before, there is a get highest bid method, but it's not in the array list. It doesn't belong to the array list class. It belongs to the lot class. So we have to pull out an individual lot and get highest bid that way. There is a highest bid field in lot, but we can't access it directly because it's private. So we have to use that get highest bid method with the parentheses. Okay, so how do we do that? All right, so we are already, I'm looking at, I want the auction here. So we're already now we're iterating through our collection of lots, and we're printing out the number in the description. So now we want to get details on the highest bid. So first we need to check to see if the bid's not null, and then if it's not null, then we can do stuff with it. So there is something in here that says use a local variable inside the loop to store the value returned from calls to the get highest bid method, and then test that variable for the null value. Okay, so let's create a local variable that's going to hold that highest bid. Okay, and remember, if we look at get highest bid, it returns a bid object. Okay, so whatever local variable we use here, it's going to have to have be a type bid. So let's say bid highest bid. Okay, and then we're going to call that get highest bid method on our local lot object. So remember, this is LOT, not LOTS. We're just taking one element at a time from the lots collection. So this is an actual lot object that we got out of that lot collection. So lot dot get highest bid, and this is a method call, so it needs the parentheses, and now we can say semicolon. So now we've stored that highest bid inside here. But remember now, the highest bid field in lot is initialized to null, and it doesn't get a value unless we actually make a bid, right? If we actually bid for the lot. Okay. So and let's see if we yeah, and we actually bid for a lot when we do make a bid, then we call bid for on that selected lot. Okay, so this will only return a value if we've already made a bid on that lot. At least one bid. So, and that'll give us the highest one, right? So so this is the one we want to check to see if this is null. If highest bid is not equal to null, okay, so that's kind of like the header of our if statement. The body of our if statement is going to have the curly brackets. Let's see, there we go. So we need our opening curly brackets and our closing curly brackets, and then we have to figure out what we're going to do in between here. So in between here, we're going to print out some kind of details on the bid. So what am I doing here? It says use a local variable inside the loop to store the value returned from the call to get highest bid, and then test that variable for the null value. So we're testing it for the null value. Why do we need to test it for the null value? Well, we can only make calls, we can only make method calls on highest bid if there is a highest bid. If it's a null value, then a method call on it is going to break. It's going to give us a runtime error. Okay, throw an exception. So so what we can do here then is we can say system.out.println, and let's indent a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say highest bid. How do I want to do that? Highest bid. Let's see. And then let's say highest bid. Plus highest. Well, wait. What information can we get from a bid? Let's look at that. So, what kind of information does a bid have? Oh, it has the bidder, and it has the value. Oh, okay. So we can. That's what we can print out. We can get the bidder and we can get the value. Okay. So let's do it like that then. Let's say highest bidder, and then we can say highest bid dot get. What can we get again? I have a very short memory here. Okay, get bidder. So this is what we want to copy, right? We need to include those parentheses, remember, in the method call. So let's paste that. Get bidder. And then system.out.println bid amount, whatever you want to say that, plus highest bid. I think it was get value, right? And just double check here. Yeah, get value. That looks right. Okay. Oh, get value. So even though these like get value returns a long, that's okay because we're plussing it with a string, so it'll convert to a string and we can print it out. So the ones that have a highest bid, we'll do that, and then we can stick an else on here, right? We can say else. What if they don't have a high? What if nobody has bid on them? We should say something about that too, right? So, oops, else, and down here, else system.out.println not sold. Let's see if that compiles. Looks like that compiles. Let's test it out. So, and if we look at our test, actually, bids are made on everything except the desk, I think. Yeah, except for the desk. So Tom bid $50 on the chair. Phil bid $100 on the bed. Harry bid $100 on the table. Bill bid $100 on the lamp, and nobody bid anything on the desk. So we should see those details. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Test close. Oh, let me pop up my terminal window. All right, that looks. Oh wait, highest bidder, person. Oh, look at that. So I got the bid value right, but the bidder is a person. So to get the name of the person, what do I got to do? So I have to call get name on the person. So when I did a get bidder, that returned a person object. The person object, I have to call get name on the person object to get that string with the name of the person. So let's do that. Get bidder dot get name. I think, was it name? Yeah, that compiled. So yeah, so person, for person it was get name. Okay. All right. So let's clear this window to make sure I'm not looking at old junk when I run my test. And do a test close, and looks like it works. Okay, so that's why you can see why it's really nice, and the desk is not sold. That's what we wanted. So you can see why it's really helpful to have this auction test thing in here. So so I'll send you the auction test class so you can muck around with that. And you saw how to create it, right? You just, you right click and say create test class, and then you might have to do that and then cut and paste. Like I said, you can open these .java files with any text editor. So you might need to open up the one I send you with a different editor and then create it and cut and paste from inside BlueJ or something. But work with these unit tests and see if that. So that should give you a sense of what you're looking for with these problems and how to work through them. Try taking another crack at the other ones and start out with a working method. Okay, I showed you how to just add a method with the with this insert method. Try starting out with a working method and building really slowly, bit by bit, the way I showed you here, and see if that helps. And if you have questions, ask me per exercise. Send me, well, I'm working on exercise 449. It's still not working. Send me that one. Don't add a whole bunch of methods at once and then send them to me, because you want to work through them one at a time. Get one working and then work the next one. Okay. All right. So again, like I said, you want to keep working through these one at a time. In a consistent way, so that you're not missing out or forgetting some of the earlier pieces that you need to be able to complete these. All right, so good luck. Get the unit test working and start plugging on exercise 449. Start with a working method, and if you have problems with exercise 449 going forward, shoot me an email with questions.